Oh, yeah.
Wasn't meant to be awkward.
Can't stop now. Gotta find Dante.
10 minutes to go. Should I start up another run with the... knowing Nick is so
knock
close?
out an AZAZEL.
I'm doing an AZAZEL run.
I don't think I can knock one out in 10 minutes, but I can see what I can do here. Maybe if I get a Tammy. Oh, I got an instant goat head. That's
pretty good.
It's pretty smexy. Oh, I'm excited to play Worms. We haven't played that in a couple months.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, just kind of off the cuff suggestion. I thought maybe you'd be into it.
Well, it's because we played Pintarillo on Monday, so we were like, shit!
We've used up every option we've got.
We burned up the Wednesday game.
I think we played Pintarillo with Cobalt like every week for the last 2 weeks, though.
I enjoy it. My drawings
like
are an
it?
abomination. They're like an act against God, and that's fine with me. It's like my parrot. Like, what the fuck?
Last
like
week,
a
though,
raven.
I saw a pelican that was a lot worse.
I thought we had like 8 different winners last week. Like everybody won one game or something like that. I remember Cobalt won one.
I got second in one. It was close.
Oh, okay.
I didn't win last week. I think I still have the highest score, at least that I've seen, of anybody from a couple of weeks ago, though.
Yeah, it was like almost 500 or something.
It was like 560, I think, is what it was. Yeah, it was stupid. Like, that was the one where I was just typing random words and got one instantly. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh shit, Mega. That's cool.
You got a Mega
Oh,
head.
yeah.
Mega Blast.
Oh my god, where'd you get that from?
It was on the last run.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was in the Cathedral Devil Room.
I did not
There's
get
a Joker
that.
card that went to it, or a red chest on a secret room or something.
I skipped a lot of rooms in the Cathedral just looking for the boss with bombs, so that might have been why. I don't like to stick around the Cathedral very long.
Yeah. Cathedral's a little bit of a drag.
I like to stick around everywhere for way too long.
I mean, that run was long. Like, it took me 47 minutes. So that's not a short run, but...
Yeah.
It really got a lot faster once I picked up Mega as well, if you can believe that.
I bet.
I got another Joker.
Oh, we got to watch VR porn at Danny B's house.
Hey, tell me about how the VR porn goes.
Well, I didn't put it on the headset myself, but I was watching on the screen, and they had like an 80-foot woman on one of them that looked like this, like it was like Statue of Liberty size, and they were like, "Oh my God, her lady parts are the size of SUVs." And then she took her lady garments off, and they were like, "Oh my God, I can see the pores of the butthole." They're like, "I can see the pores. I can see the pores." And then she did a squat, and it was like they were going inside. So I don't know. It was interesting. It was very bootlegged. Like I think he had to open up like 20 external programs to get this thing to work. Like he's like hacking the porn.
That first, piece of moving picture where it was like the train, and everybody in the audience thought the train was coming right for them. Like this is the VR porn equivalent of that.
Pretty much, exactly. Dick was like ducking from the butt. Like he's trying to get away from it. He's hiding from it.
It's like you're playing Breakout. You gotta move your face like it's the paddle, and the butt's the ball.
Breakout. You know that song, right?
Breakout.
Yeah, it does. It is. But we're gonna change it.
Oh, we're gonna change it. Okay.
We're gonna mix it up.
And then we actually played some fun games. There was one called Vanished Realms. It's really fun.
Everyone's talking up Vanished Realms, man. VR on VR.
It makes me feel like Jon Snow when I play it, so...
You grab potions from your belt?
I grab potions from my belt, and I got a sword and a shield, and I'm like, you can clink them together, like, ding, 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 ding. It's really cool. And you can have a bow, and, oh, badass.
Like in your hair?
Wait, what?
Like a bow in your hair?
No, like a bow and arrow. And you have to, you get to pick which hand you want it in, and then you draw it back like a real bow, and you fire it, and it actually is very accurate considering, the VR, and you can position yourself like behind a wall where you have like a couple of feet of space, and you can like duck behind the wall while you're getting shot at, and then poke out and like let an arrow loose.
Poke out.
It's really fucking
yeah,
cool.
there we go.
I tried a different word.
I liked it.
Okay.
Would suggest. that game. And there's a lightsaber game, but it's called like Light Blades or something.
Yeah. I can't believe that's still up.
That game is fun.
The one where like the droid just flies by.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
And he gets shot at. It's pretty fun actually.
I'm for it. I guess in some ways.
I'm
actually really against it.
I want like a way for you to be able to move more freely around it though. For Vanished Realms, you kind of have to pick a position, and then you're kind of stuck in the middle of wherever you're at, where there's more room around you that you should be able to roam, and there's 15 feet max. So if you could get like that, where you could pick a position on the floor, yeah, sure, but then move around within that 15-foot box, so if you have an enemy in that 15 feet, you can kind of like dance with them and stuff.
15-foot box?
Yeah, 50-foot boxes. But that would be awesome. But you're kind of stuck within the same like 3-foot space of wherever you teleported to right now. It'll only get better though, VR, as it goes on.
I'm of the opinion that this is probably the best it'll ever be.
I hope they simplify the VR porn, because as far as I know, it's far too complicated to set up.
Yeah,
well,
I didn't.
With
I
the
didn't have to do
vibe, it's
that.
because it's like a Steam product. They don't want to be like selling, Naughty America Presents the 50-foot box on the on SteamPowered.com.
Hey, they sell those anime games or whatever.
Hey, man, don't even get me started on those.
Where's my Nico Para VR experience?
Right?
I want to open a chocolate sex shop with a cat girl.
You said right, but are you in the same boat that I am? That is basically like I have no idea what Nick just said.
It's Nico Para. It's the anime game where they like do each other all day.
They're like cat girls that open a chocolate shop together.
And they have sexual relations with anybody and everybody.
I saw a tweet that was like, hey, check it out. It's an anime or a game. I don't know which one. Sometimes the line is blurred. And it was about these ladies who happen to be schoolgirls. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. They also happen to be of the proclivities of the same gender, if you know what I mean. They're
nothing wrong with that.
Bisexual. Nothing wrong with that. They make out with one another. Nothing wrong with that. But when they do, one of them becomes a sword. And then the other one picks up the sword and uses it to fight demons.
Oh.
That's kind of how I feel as a person when a lady makes out with me.
Yeah, I become a sword as well. I'm ready to stab things. Oh boy.
So like, is it any good? Is mostly what I was wondering.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with any of this.
Completely normal, harmless. Oh gosh, this runs. I got triple shot with AZAZEL. AZAZEL, whatever you want to call him. Is it AZAZEL or AZAZEL? Personally, I like the ring of AZAZEL a little better. But
it's AZAZEL.
AZAZEL.
I say AZAZEL. Then Mathis got like really on my butt about correct nomenclature, and he's like, "It's AZAZEL."
AZAZEL. That's okay. That's a whole different ballpark. Apparently, I don't pronounce the word gym right.
Say it again.
Like, okay, not the gym like you work out in, but
okay,
the gym.
The thing you attune into your sword in Diablo.
Yeah, I like how that's the way we both went on that. Is that we're gonna be like, oh, like you put a flawless topaz in your sword and it gets lightning damage.
Exactly.
Gem.
Gem. I couldn't do it. I had to practice it for 2 days straight. Gem.
Dude, I can't get up your butt about that. Cause like, have you seen my chat when I say plague, bagel?
What's it? Bagel again? Bagel?
See, if I was saying it without somebody, like, just if I was around people who weren't judging me, at least openly, I would say, hey, give me a bagel and cream cheese. And then the person behind the counter would be very content with that. They would know what I was talking about. They would make it for me, take my hard-earned money, and then provide me with the food stuff that I requested.
A bagel.
Cobalt, how do you pronounce the people who made Don't Starve?
Clay Entertainment?
Okay.
See, that one's just, like, they made their bed. They spelled it Cly, and now they're like, it's pronounced Clay.
Yeah.
I've got nothing but love for my Vancouver studios.
Yeah, no,
I've heard that word pronounced before I said it, so...
Nothing wrong with that.
I cheated.
But, like, in German, if it's EI, you pronounce the I. If it's IE, you pronounce the E. So, like, I just follow through with that.
Are they German?
Just, in German, that must be really confusing when Nelly sings country grammar and goes, EI, EI, uh-oh!
I don't know what to say.
Isn't he in jail?
Nelly?
I'm pretty sure he's in jail right now.
Nelly's doing fine, man.
Azat.
Selling illegal frittatas?
Thank you. Oh, shit, I skipped my devil deal.
Yeah, you're thinking of Nelly Furtado. She got busted for tax evasion. That's not true, probably.
Hey, Jif. Yeah, I say Jif. Whatever. I know. I like peanut butter.
I was
peanut butter's
successful.
Delicious.
All right, I'm on Boom XL, so I'm gonna ride this one out just to do so.
Oh, I'm catching up.
Surreal Lemming for the $6.90 tips is donating because I recently got a small tax rebate and thought I'd give it to you. It helps to keep things grounded in reality, real world problems, and all that. Thank you.
Woo.
Poppy Bagel, thank you very much for this as well.
That would be a pack of Pokemon cards right there.
I do want to point out that when Cobalt said that he pronounced something weirdly, I was on your side. I had nothing but sympathy for you. And then when you made me pronounce bagel,
it's just funny.
You openly laughed in my face. There's everything wrong with society right here, man. I try to show, you know, love and openness,
compassion,
and yeah, exactly, compassion. In return, I am just laughed at.
I can't even pronounce Jim, okay?
Cold dead place.
I can't pronounce GIF. Okay, well, it mixes up every now and then. 50% of the time I can pronounce it. What's in here? Oh.
It's one of those things where I'm like, you know, if you don't work in this industry, and you're like, man, people online were really ragging me about how I pronounced, like, this internet picture format, someone would be like, oh, that's pretty cool, like, you know, I work 4 jobs to support my family.
Yeah, like get over yourself.
What do you do?
Big deal here.
I write think pieces about whether it matters the way that we pronounce, you know, internet picture formats. What do you do? I clean 3,000 hotel rooms a day to put my kids through school.
That
could be worse,
I always get so worried they're gonna go through my stuff, but they never do.
Like they're gonna rob you?
Yeah, like they're gonna just maybe not even rob me, but just like go through it. You know, like, oh, I don't feel like really. I don't really feel like taking this, but what is this guy? What does he got here? He looks like he's got a laptop and an iPad, and maybe I'll play a game of gems.
Believe, like, you know, if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to fear. But at the same time, what do you got in your suitcase? You're worried they're gonna look at.
I mean, I have a laptop, an expensive iPad, and all sorts of things. A PSP I take with me. You never know. They could be like.
Yes, you're rocking a PSP.
Oh, sorry, Vita.
Okay.
I'm still stuck in the PSP version of the world. I bought one and never used it, and I've just been stuck on it ever since. Even though I bought a Vita.
PSP is a great system. I had a lot of good times with that.
I got nothing wrong. I was just like, it's a little.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's a little. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
They're little. I like their little movie things where you just pop in like the little crazy little side discs.
The UMDs.
The UTIs, yeah.
Yeah, the urinary tract infection?
Yeah.
Oh, all jizz.
Dude, this guy in chat is like, I personally worked at this place, and I can confirm that I stole socks and loose change. Yo.
Okay, then. There you have it. What place was this?
Step one of admitting it is don't say the location that you worked. I'm not saying someone's gonna find out and you probably don't work there anymore and they're gonna, like, you know, no consequences are gonna come of it, but when you say that, you gotta be like, I worked at nameless hotel chain, and, you know, you gotta have some degree of anonymity there.
Which one was it? Hilton? Which one?
Well, I don't want to say because it's damaging the business, so for the actions of one individual. Also, why are you taking someone's socks?
Yeah, because, I mean, Dick told me some things he does to his socks that would probably make you second guess.
Or definitely pick them up. If
or
you want a souvenir.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think there's something wrong with that.
There might be something wrong with that.
I paid for those socks.
If you want some extra DNA, if you know what I mean.
If you took my socks, I'd be mad. Because I'd be like, it's not the monetary value of the socks, is that you've moved up my annual sock buying experience by like a couple weeks maybe.
They might have taken my sock.
Instead of waiting for Boxing Day, now I gotta go out there like November.
Fuck is Boxing Day?
Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, so we have a sale. Like,
So,
you know, it's Boxing Day. I'm like, you know what? Socks are cheap. Why don't I just buy like 12 pairs, and then that's good for like the year. No matter how many I lose in the laundry, I'm gonna be set.
I went looking for my socks. I only brought one pair on this trip with me because it was like a 2-day trip. And I was like, I got the socks on me.
You brought 1 pair of socks for a 2-day trip?
Yeah, I had the socks on me, and then I was gonna change them the next day and be good.
What about the day you flew home though?
I don't care how I smell on the plane. I'm like,
this is not okay.
There's a problem in that there's a chance you may step in a puddle at some point, and you're gonna have no other socks.
Well, I mean, you can buy socks anywhere.
It's still 1 pair of socks too few.
Well, I could only find 1 of the socks anyway when I went to change them, so I had to wear 1 really dirty sock the whole trip.
Oh,
What?
no.
So this guy might have stolen my socks. He might still be working there and be under
Don't blame
oh yeah,
the guy.
I used to work there, but he really actually still works there and is doing it right now.
Oh,
He's
fair
probably
enough.
on someone's
Plan to
iPad.
fail, man. My number 1 travel tip, actually it's like number 4. Number 1 is use the bathroom every time you get the opportunity to.
And wash your hands.
Wash your hands, and then like eat and drink every time you get the opportunity to, which definitely helps with going to the bathroom every time you get a chance. But also, then the number of socks that I pack is the number of days that I'm away from home plus 1, as Nick said, in case you step in a puddle. Same for underwear. There has never been a time where I've been unhappy that I packed 1 extra pair of socks. Worst case scenario, you get home and the next day you're like, I can just wear these.
I packed 3 pajama pants, 1 pair of blue jeans, and 2 shirts. And then I put 1 pair of socks.
Yeah,
well, I was wearing one.
So you were gonna change your pajamas more than once a day.
Yeah, I like to be comfortable. I wear 1 to the airport and 1 to sleep in around the hotel because Dick was there.
Pajamas you wore on the airplane to sleep?
No. Dirty airplane air sharing with people.
But the socks are no problem.
Socks are good because they're tucked away in the shoe, and the shoe hides.
What? That's the worst place.
The sock.
The
I need new shoes anyway.
Swamp, man. All right, I'm going a little too hard here. I apologize, but
what happened to being so compassionate here?
I would rather wear the same shirt for like an entire 3-day trip than wear the same socks once. Like wear dirty socks again. You ever had when you wear dirty socks, like
I smell them first.
Yeah, but you know, like when you put your foot into it, you're like, this doesn't have the same kind of elasticity that a clean sock has.
Yeah, it kind of holds the form of your foot still a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
You're making me feel bad now.
No, it's okay.
I should have admitted that out loud to people on the internet.
We've admitted things on the show that, you know, it's all about being open here. We be open and then the healing process can begin.
I did admit that I used to Spider-Man squat, gargoyle squat on the toilet as a child.
That's true. Honestly, I think that's a little bit less embarrassing than wanting to be eaten by a pregnant lady when you die, but that's kind of like that's like a harmless thing to admit.
I'm pretty sure that there are some pregnant ladies that would like that. So it's, you know, it's not
it's not about them, man. It's your death.
Exactly. Like honor my last wish and eat me. Just do it.
If not honor, then, you know, inner. Because she ate you.
Exactly. Oh, she'd be pooping me out too. That's kind of actually. Can I rethink this? He's not having a heat stroke again, is he?
I'm trying to play the Collider too, and my VR won't stop initializing every time I open it, and now the audio is coming out of my speakers, so I turned it off again.
Alright, I'm literally 10 seconds from the end of this run.
I think I'm just gonna, like, disconnect my Oculus when I'm not using it, because it's way too much work. Oh.
FC.
Alright.
The Oculus are heavier, and they have better controls.
It sounds like my neighbor is playing loud music.
No, somebody just tipped.
A muffled bass in the distance.
Space Whales on Ice tipped me 5 and says send this money to Cobalt for his sock budget.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Nick is definitely the bank, you know, midway person here to.
I handle the socks in this operation.
Nick handles well because you know he's not going to put that money in at the ATM.
Thank you,
so
Jay Blue, for 17.
Yeah, because the gears will grind it up, of course. What do you think?
How's your run going, Cobalt?
I am in the cathedral. I'm 3 rooms away from the boss, and I have a mega stand, so I can just go kill him real quick as soon as I hit the chest.
Yeah, that's no problem. We can wait that out. No worries whatsoever.
Probably like 90 seconds, I would guess, since I have triple shot brimstone.
Not a problem.
Oh yeah, I'm 4-shotting Isaac right now.
I don't know, man. Would you rather wear the same pair of socks for a second day or the same pair of underwear?
I would go with socks because underwear you can actually smell a little more easily. They're closer to like the middle section of your body, so if you're sitting down, I feel like somebody has a better chance of smelling you.
It depends a little bit on the day.
Yeah, if you got a chance that somebody might catch a whiff, then you wear the same socks and you get fresh underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stigma is much lower for foot sweat smell than butt sweat smell.
That's true.
True.
Sizzlor, thank you for the resub. I would 100 on a normal day, much rather wear the same underwear twice than wear the same socks twice.
Maybe for comfort.
It's something really disgusting about pulling the sock over your foot and there's like a little like crusty patch.
Just don't take it off ever.
So what if
like
you had to
3 days.
take the pair of underwear off and put it back on again?
For some reason, that's not so bad. Like, here's the difference. Like, a fresh pair of underwear, when it comes on, it's underwear shaped. So it kind of, like, slides over your body, and you're like, ooh, this is, like, holding it in, and it feels good. But then the second day, if you put on dirty underwear, you're like, the waistband's all, like, it's a little bit less firm. You know, the elasticity's gone a little bit. Like, you need to throw that shit back in the dryer to get it to its original structural integrity. The Butthole Central, thank you for the subscription.
The Butthole Central. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta have a place for that kind of stuff.
Some of these names.
The underwear doesn't get crusty. I'm not saying, okay, crusty was not the right word. But you know, if your feet sweat, then the sweat dries after you take the socks off, then you put it back on, there's like a weird little, it feels not like cotton anymore.
Victory!
I think it depends how much you sweat.